Hello everybody, Slim Kirby here. Welcome to the Project of the Year 2018 voting video. That's right, December is more than halfway over now, which means we are 2 weeks away from the end of 2018. And as I normally do on this channel, is I like to have a video kind of looking back over the year and just kind of seeing what projects you guys really enjoyed from this year. I've been usually making a top 10 list that goes along with it. And it's going to be no different this year. However, there are going to be a few changes to how this list in this video is going to work. I actually asked for some input at the end of the last Project of the Year video. And from the comments section of that video, it seemed like you guys seem to be okay with the idea of me picking the top 10 from now on. And just kind of on the side have a list of viewer-voted lists as well. So I think I am going to actually end up doing that. Not that it was a big deal because, one of the reasons why I decided to do it this way was because Mario was completely dominating these lists. And there have been a lot of cases where my personal project of the year wasn't actually a Mario game. It was a different game altogether. But even with that, Mario still won and pretty much swept the entire top 5 in most cases. So because of that, I do want to kind of see some fresh faces on top of the top 10 list, so I'm going to be taking care of it myself. But keep in mind, that doesn't necessarily mean that Mario won't be on it, because I do enjoy the Mario projects, and I do think the Mario projects are some of my best work. So it's, no surprise that they get voted, but there are a lot of projects that I think are very, very underrated, projects that I think a lot of people just don't even watch, so as a result, they don't really feel inclined to vote for it or anything. So I just kind of want to take over the lists in my way to kind of, actually showcase those projects that, might be a little less seen than other projects on the list, because whenever I have Mario, everybody watches those, but whenever I do something like Fire Emblem Advance Wars, or God forbid, Walking Dead or Dynasty Warriors, projects that I have really enjoyed in the past but didn't really do well in the top 10 list at all because nobody really watched those. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing here. If there is a desire to go back to the old system, I'll consider it, but I think I am going to properly do these lists from now on. And who knows, I may have to change these lists altogether when we get to next year, because I'm going to be doing probably far less uploads next year than I have been doing in all of these more recent years. But anyway, I'll go ahead and get right into it. As far as the projects that are going to be voted for this list. And again, just to kind of, enforce the fact that I still want you guys to vote, even though it's not going to be, showcasing the actual top 10 list that you guys voted for. I'm still going to be very much highlighting that list, because I think the list is not only fun to look at and see what projects people enjoyed, but it also kind of helps me kind of determine what projects like my current viewing audience really did enjoy, and maybe I can kind of, focus a little more on those types of games, or get to some games a bit sooner than others, stuff of that nature. So, this is still very important to me as a content creator to get this information, but as far as the actual, video and what I'm showing, it's going to be a little bit different this year. Going to be more akin to, I forget which year it was. I want to say it was 2015, maybe 2014. I know there was one year where I picked the projects, and I thought the list was fine then, but going to be going back to doing it in that form, just so you guys understand. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the actual projects of the year. There is a straw poll in the video description where you guys can vote. As far as what and how many projects you're voting for, honestly, you can vote for how many projects you want. I'm not going to be strict about that. The only thing I do ask is that, try to pick your top 3. Like, if there's 3 projects you really enjoyed, try to select those. If you have to select more, though, or if you don't really want to select more than, 1 or 2, that's perfectly fine. There's no limit to what you can vote. But I do ask that you try to aim for around 3, just to kind of give, a more balanced voting record. Because if someone just votes for every single project, that's not really going to help anything. And, if, someone picks just one project, then yeah, like that one project will get highlighted, but the other project may miss some votes because of that. So just things to think about. Just things to think about. And as far as other things that might be worth mentioning, these are just projects that I've started and will pretty much finish in this particular year. Any side projects or extensions of projects will not be included. So the Sonic Adventure emblem videos will not be included. Anything I did for Super NES Classic Completion will not be included. Advance Wars Dual Strike will not be included because I just did War Room maps and extras this year when I did the main game last year. So those are my only qualifications, just projects that started in and finished up in this calendar year, or will finish up, since technically Crash 2 and Oracle of Ages aren't over yet, but they pretty much will be over in like the next week or two, so they'll be done by the end of 2018, and you would have seen the gist of those projects anyway. So the candidates for this Project of the Year video are as follows. We have Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Zelda 2 The Adventure of Link, Mario Party Island Tour, Mega Man 2, Ratchet and Clank, Donkey Kong Land 2, NES Remix 2, Fire Emblem 7 The Blazing Blade, New Super Mario Bros. 2, my replay of The Simpsons Hit and Run, Crash Bandicoot 1, Mario Kart 7, The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, Mega Man 9, The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages, and Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. Those are the projects. Feel free to vote to your heart's content, or, vote for how many projects you think deserve the top spot of this list. And I'll have the video ready on December 31st, 2018. I'll probably also talk about a few other things in that video as well, but did want to get this voting video out here. I'll try to post the video, or post the poll rather, on Twitter as much as I can to see if I can get as many votes as possible. Oh, and also, for a little extra interactivity with you guys, in the comments section, if you guys want to, after you make your votes and your selections and everything, if you want to talk about what some of your favorite moments are from the projects you voted for, or just the projects on this list in general, feel free and go ahead and leave those in the comments section, because I do need to look for clips for every single project that makes it in the top 10, and that would actually help me out a lot if you guys could suggest some moments I could highlight when I show the brief little clip after I announce what the game is and whatnot. You don't have to do that, obviously, but it would help me out if you could name a couple of those moments. Could also be helpful for the clip show as well whenever I decide to make my next clip show. Could give me some extra material to work with if these projects are still kind of fresh in your mind and whatnot. But yeah, again, that's your preference. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Just go ahead and vote and get your voice heard as far as, selecting your favorite projects of the year. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. The final product, will be up on December 31st. 2018, so if you guys want to come back then and see what the results are, please do. It'd be very interesting to see what you guys think, and I'm really looking forward to making this list, because I'm still not even 100% sure what my favorite projects are this year myself, so I got a lot of analyzing to do before the end of the year and whatnot. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this and listening and voting, of course. And I will see you guys later. So have a good day, have a good night. The holiday season is quickly approaching, so if you celebrate specific holidays during this time of year, have a good time celebrating with your family and friends, and just have a good holiday season. That's all I ask. So this has been Slim Kirby signing out. See you guys next time. Later, folks.